Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and my name is Siri. In this video, we will talk about the medium that you came from. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So I've heard this question, don't even ask me how many times, so many times in my comment section or in the calls that I talk or everything that I'm not from an English medium school, I'm not from an English medium school, so it's hard for me to speak in English. So I've heard this a lot of times. I've made a lot of videos on this topic as well, but every time I make a video, I will still find a question under that video saying that you will say anything because you are from an English medium school, that's why you are speaking in English, but for us it's very difficult. So I've come across such comments. I just want to share a few thoughts with all of you today, which I think are going to help you a lot. And that's the reason behind making this video. And I don't know how many of you have watched in the previous video that I've posted, which is a conversation video in which I've talked to a person who is from Telugu medium but very fluent in English. I don't know how many of you have watched it. If not, I would recommend all of you to watch it because that video is going to burst this myth that people from English medium school or people from English background are the only ones who can speak fluent English. That video is going to burst this myth. Let me just tell you something. The medium that you come from does not matter at all when you are learning English as a language. I've told you hundreds of times that if you are learning English as a language, the medium that you come from does not matter. If you're learning English as a subject, then yes, it matters. Here, you have to ask yourself a question that are you learning English as a language or are you learning English as a subject? So your answer is very, very important here to burst this myth of not coming from an English medium school. And do you think every person who comes from an English medium school is able to speak fluent English? Absolutely not. Very few are able to speak in English despite coming from an English medium school. I personally know of many people who are from an English medium school, but still they are not able to speak in English. I'm not saying everybody, but I have seen such people in my life. And on the other hand, I have seen people coming from Telugu medium or Hindi medium or any medium it is, they are able to speak good English. And why does this happen? Because the medium that you come from is not a barrier at all. You are considering it to be a barrier for yourself. Before someone else comes and tell you that, okay, you are from a Telugu medium school, you are from Hindi medium school, that's why your English is like this. Before someone else comes to you and tells you this, you are assuming everything in your mind and you are degrading yourself on the first place, which is the worst thing that you can do to yourself. And trust me, you see live examples in your life where people are able to speak fluent English despite from whatever medium they came from. And looking at all of that, I don't know why you people are not drawing any kind of inspiration from people like that. Recently, I spoke to Karthik on this app called Civi. I was quite surprised at the way he spoke to me because he told me that he is from a Telugu medium school. He started his journey towards fluency after completing his graduation, which is a very much live example right in front of you, telling you that, medium is not a barrier at all. You are considering that to be a barrier. There are two main reasons why you can consider medium as a barrier when it comes to being fluent in English. Reason number one could be because of you don't want to put any efforts to be fluent in English and you assume that people from English medium, they don't have to put any efforts, they are fluent by birth, they are fluent right in their school. See, not everybody in English medium school is fluent. This is quite controversial to talk, but this is what the fact is. I have to agree with it. Not every person who is from English medium is able to speak in English. It's not like that. You are assuming that way. You're assuming that people from English medium, they don't have to put any efforts, they are fluent just like this. But for us, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of effort, it's a lot of practice. So you're comparing yourself like this and you just don't want to put that effort because you are lazy. This is reason number one. Reason number two could be because of you might have faced some kind of problems while learning this language. Someone might have laughed at you, or anything like that could have happened in your case. So these are the two main reasons why you're considering medium as a barrier over here. Let me just clear these two reasons, which are you comparing yourself with people who are from English medium. See, when you are learning English as a language, again, I'm telling you, comparison is the worst thing that you can do to yourself, because when you are comparing yourself, it's not the only factor that matters in this language. For example, if a person is speaking good English, okay, you don't have to compare yourself with that person, because there are a lot of factors which made that person fluent. You can also be that fluent by working on it or by following some tips. So there is no point of comparing yourself with anyone out there who is from an English medium school or who speaks good English. And there is a misconception that everyone who speaks good English is from English medium school. No, it's not like that. I know of many people who are not from an English medium school, but they still speak so good English that you won't be even able to recognize that they are from Telugu medium or Hindi medium. I have seen, as I come from a Telugu state, I have seen many people who are from Telugu medium schools, but still they have so much of knowledge in this language. The way they speak or the way they pronounce the words is just outstanding. And that makes me feel that all of you are considering this as a barrier, and you are just assuming all the wrong things over here, considering that okay, I'm not from an English medium school, so I'm not going to learn this language and it is going to get difficult for me. See, trust me when I say this, when I say that practice every day, when I say that listen or speak every day, when I'm telling you all these techniques, I am not only saying this to people who are from English medium, I'm saying this to everyone who has started this journey from basics. Okay, if you are someone who doesn't know anything about this language except understanding, all the techniques that I tell you guys are the ones that are going to help you right from the basics. It's you who is considering all the wrong things. It's you who is assuming all the wrong things in your mind, that okay, they are not for me, they are for advanced speakers. So I am not advanced, I am basic, I can't speak in English. So before anyone comes up to you and tells you that you are this, you are labeling yourself that I am not from an English medium school, so I'm not going to speak in English. You are just degrading yourself. When you degrade yourself, the first thing that you have to remember over here is that you are surrounding yourself with a lot of negativity, and we don't want negativity in this journey of being fluent in English. Not only English, you learn whatever you want to, you just have to be away from degrading yourself. This example I've given, the recent reel that I've posted on Instagram, which says uh, if I want to learn Tamil, if I want to learn Telugu, am I going to complain that I'm not from Telugu medium, or I'm not from Tamil medium, or am I going to complain anything like that? No, right? Then why does this apply only to English? Because it's an easy excuse that we can give and look at English differently from other languages. But for me, I believe just like Tamil, just like Telugu, just like Hindi, English is also a language. I strongly believe that if I work the same way I have worked for English on any other language, I'm sure I will be able to learn that language as well. We are learning this language because it has become a necessity these days. Okay, because of which there is a lot of demand for this language, because of which we are thinking that it is quite different from all the languages that there are in our country. No, it's just like any other language. If you're able to learn Tamil, if you're able to learn Kannada without having to go to Kannada medium or Tamil medium, you can obviously learn English without going to English medium, without having to come from an English medium school. You don't have to be an English medium student if you want to learn English as a language. Trust me when I say this. I know many people who are watching this video, maybe 50% of you guys are not from an English medium school. Let's assume you're watching this video till this long because you're able to understand everything that I'm saying, right? When you are able to understand everything that I'm saying, you're almost on the halfway of achieving your fluency. You're able to understand everything that I'm saying, which means you're almost on the halfway. There is only 50% that you need to work on in order to reach your fluency. So there is no point of degrading yourself or comparing yourself, or telling your mind that I can't do this, I'm not like this, it's difficult for me. See, everything takes effort, and everything is going to require some of your time and some of your practice. Instead of giving that stress to your mind that okay, I'm not from an English medium school, I can't do this, instead of putting that effort to degrade yourself, just put the same amount of effort into practicing, and one day you yourself will burst this myth that medium is no more a barrier. It's no more a barrier. I think this sentence would have made a lot of sense if this particular complaint was raised at the times of no phones. Okay, when you did not have a phone back then, maybe at that point of time this sentence would have made some sense, because it could have been difficult for people to learn English. But now you have everything possible, and this sentence does not make any kind of sense, which is I'm not from an English medium school because of which I can't speak in English. You have all the resources these days. You have solution to every problem that you face as an English learner. You name a problem, there is a solution to that. And you just raise a complaint, there is a technique that is going to solve that problem of yours. So that particular sentence or that particular complaint, it does not make any sense in nowadays, I believe, because you have more than what you need, you have more than what you actually require. So it's all in you. So before you raise a complaint or telling people who speak good English, just telling them that okay, you're from an English medium school, that's why you're able to speak in English, before you say that, I think it's time to question yourself that am I actually practicing well, am I using every resources properly? So it's time to do that for yourself, and once you do that, I'm sure you are going to be fluent in English. So that's what I would like to tell you in today's video. And I feel if you are not from an English medium school, if you master this language, or if you are fluent in English someday, I'm sure you guys are going to have much knowledge than people who are from an English medium school, because you are learning it from scratch. You are learning it from absolute basics, so which is going to give you a lot of in-depth knowledge about this language. So I feel that is also kind of a benefit that you need to think about. So instead of thinking of the dark side all the time, I think you should think of the bright side, which is to understand the fact that it's not a barrier anymore and you can also work on it. So I just wanted to let you guys know about this in today's video. I don't know to how many people this message is going to reach in a right manner. All I want to say is that everybody can learn it, and it's all about the dedication or the time that you give towards this language. And I would highly recommend all of you to watch the previous video, which is the conversation that I had on this app called Civi. And I'm telling you, the person whom I spoke to on that app, like, he broke this myth that people from other medium cannot speak in English. He just broke that myth. So I would recommend all of you to watch that video for sure. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, you take care. I will see you soon. Bye.